Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Straight Outta Boston, and today I'm back for episode number 6 of my Brooklyn Nets MyLeague series here in NBA 2K16. So today, we're making a couple final moves here at the trade deadline. I pick up Chris Douglas-Robertson, a second-round pick from Cole for Cole Aldrich. If you remember, we got Aldrich in one of the trades we made last episode. And then I end up flipping CDR for Shelvin Mack, both of which were expiring contracts. But I actually think Mack I would be more likely to re-sign than CDR, just because we already have some good wings. But instead, I think we could still use a backup point guard next year, and Mack is a 72 overall, so he could fit that billing. But anyway, I thought about using Gerald Wallace's expiring contract to try and pick up something here, but I decided against it, considering he got traded for David Lee in real life this past offseason and then subsequently traded for Jason Thompson. I didn't think like getting LaMarcus Aldridge and Tony Parker would have been such a fair deal, or getting Rudy Gay in a second-round pick. I understand what 2K was trying to do there. The trade offers that I did get were, you know, players with term left on their contract after the season, and with, you know, they're making double-digit, I'm saying double-digit in millions is what I mean there. But, you know, they're making 8 figures and 8-figure annual salaries, and so I can understand the logic that 2K used when offering me some of those trade offers, but a lot of them were way too cheesy, and I didn't really see anything that I thought was both fair and, you know, good for the team. So I just decided to hang on to Wallace. We passed the deadline, so there'll be no more trades this season. Both Brook Lopez and Thaddeus Young remain New York Nets, or Brooklyn Nets, I should say. I got confused because of the jerseys we're wearing today, but they both remain Brooklyn Nets as of today. We'll see if that changes in the offseason. I've touched on it before. I mean, those are two guys I probably would have an easier time trading in the offseason anyway, especially when there's more cap space for everyone to utilize. But here we go. Now we're taking on the Portland Trailblazers. It's Damian Lillard to the hoop, but he's blocked by Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez, the nickname that I gave him, of course. But anyway, there's CJ McCollum dribbling that one in. That shot's going to rattle home. So Portland within one now, about midway through this first quarter. It's Lance Stevenson, though. He's going to feed Brook Lopez for the midi, and his midi is money. So that is going to make it now 14-11. And Lillard almost turns that one over, gets to the hoop, floater alert, and that one is in there. 14-13 now is the score. It is Shelvin Mack into the game for the Nets. He turns it over there, and here come the Portland Trailblazers. It's Mason Plumlee, the former Brooklyn Nets, who I personally would have kept. I mean, I think Plumlee, you know, maybe not a great player, but certainly a serviceable one. Certainly a guy who could, you know, be a bench big, and I was kind of surprised Brooklyn traded them, considering they're sort of in a rebuilding state. But honestly, if it meant getting Thomas Robinson in the team, I can't really be too upset, because Thomas Robinson has been great off the bench for us this season. He's actually been starting a lot lately since Thaddeus Young went down. But here's Damian Lillard just schooling Shane Larkin, actually schooling Bojan Bogdanovic, excuse me. But he would get the and one. Now we're down one. It's down low to Sim Bolar. You guys know I can't pronounce his name for the life of me, but I'm just going to settle on Bolar, and he gets the slam there, and then Pierre Jackson gets rejected there to end off the first. So we are up by 22-21 here at the end of play in the first quarter. Portland, we are in Portland, of course. Despite Portland being, you know, a tough team, or a rebuilding team, it's still a very tough place to play. They have a great home court advantage, even in down years. And Portland was one of the teams I was considering doing a MyLeague series on, but you know, people notified me that there had been a couple other YouTubers to already not claim Portland. That'd be the wrong word to use, but, you know, use Portland, and I didn't really feel like copying everyone else. I like to have my own unique series, so that's why one of the reasons why I went with the Nets. But anyway, Portland, one of the few rebuilding teams in the Western Conference this year. One of the reasons is because they have Chris Kaman starting at center, and when you have Chris Kaman starting at center, you know that the opposing center is going to have a nice day offensively. There's Bogdanovic, though, on the fast break. That is one thing I love about Bogdanovic. He is very good in transition. Not something I really expected out of him, but, you know, he's a good shooter, and plus the fact that he can get out on the break and run, I really do enjoy using him. Here he is on the break again. Stevenson feeds him, and he actually misses the dunk there. That's something he's got to work on, but we're up by 5 nonetheless here. It's McCollum for 3. He's going to cut that lead down to 2. 36-34 is your score right now. It is McCollum bringing it up again. He had a nice day for the Trailblazers today, but he's going to get the turnover there. Jackson is bringing it up, gives it to Thomas Robinson, who gives it to Lance, who's going to try and drive in, but he finds Bolar cutting to the basket, and he gets the layup to go. So we're back up by 5, 40-35. It's McCollum down low, though. He's going to feed his man Ed Davis, the man who Actually, that was Noah Vonleh, excuse me. I got the two numbers confused. I believe 21 was Ed Davis' old number. Don't know what he is now, but that was Noah Vonleh with the layup. And now we're down by 1:45 seconds to play here. It's Aminu bringing this one up. Finds Lillard in the corner for three. That one is good, so it's a 9-0 run for the Trailblazers. They're up by 4, but here come the Nets coming back on the other end. It's KJ McDaniels with the flush in transition. That would knot the game up at 44, but Portland would take a lead before the half. You can see they've got 46 now, so a 2-point lead heading into the half as Damian Lillard's buzzer beater is no good. And you can see the difference there is the turnovers. We have 9 more turnovers than they do. We are at rebounding them, but the turnovers are going to kill you if you can't be efficient with the ball. You are not going to win too many basketball games. We've learned that throughout the years here playing 2K MyLeague. And it's Bogdanovic again. I keep getting him confused with this goddamn brother. There's Bogdanovic and Bojan, and it's the most confusing thing ever. And it's, you know, just... I can't even explain it, but there's Lance Stephenson. I mean, this is a filthy finish in transition. Then he starts flexing. Oh my goodness. I mean, look at this. The scoop layup and one, and then you know Lance is going to show about that one a little bit. That is the type of character that he is. But he had another nice game today. As you're going to see, Portland will go back up by 2 here on this a little mid-range baseline jumper from Frazier. Now it is a 3-point game. Lillard spin cycle alert as he puts someone in that. I'm not sure who that was, but then he gives it to Ed Davis, who's apparently marked 17 in Portland, who gets the dunk there. But it's Brook Lopez with the putback slam. He by far had the best game today out of anyone in the Nets. He was a dominant force from the get-go. Like I said, taking advantage of being matched up against Chris Kaman for the most part today. I mean, like I said, Kaman not a good defender, and post player like Lopez will have a field day every time he gets matched up against someone like Kaman. But it's Ed Davis on the offensive boards there, puts that one back up and in, so Portland's got a 3-point lead. It is 61-58 now. That one is going to be turned over. It's going to go to Frazier here, who somehow splits the defense, bringing it up the court, finds Lillard behind the line, and he gets it to go. Now it is a 6-point lead for Portland. Back down to 4, though. It's Lillard on the break, gives it to Vonleh, down to McCollum. Good contact finish there. But once again, we've got the lead back down to 4 here. Now a chance to make it 2. It's Shelvin Mack to the basket, and he gets that one to go. So it is a 2-point game now, 65-63. Back up to 3 here. End of the third. It's KJ McDaniels. He's going to find Bolar to the basket. Tough layup there, and some impressive skill from Bolar. You know, obviously when I signed him, and really most of the clips I've put in the videos, it's been sort of him dominating physically and using his big 7'5" frame and his 300-pound build to, you know, have success in the NBA. But there you saw a little bit of skill there from Bolar, you know, switching hands in the layup there, and just overall finishing around the rim is a skill you need if you're going to be a productive offensive big in this league. And, you know, Bolar is starting to develop some of those skills, so pretty encouraging stuff from him. It's Lillard, though, who absolutely mixes Brook Lopez there, so the lead's back up to 6 for Portland. Here comes Lance, a little pick and roll with Thomas Robinson down low, and despite getting hit there, still gets it to go. I think Robinson would finish with something like 12 and 7 today. He had a nice game. But it's McCollum behind the line, knocks that 3 down off the dribble, and the lead is up to 7 for Portland. Stevenson now drawing Lillard here. I made that adjustment about midway through the third quarter, but it's McCollum now who is just terrorizing Shane Larkin. He hits another 3. It's an 8-point lead. Stevenson, though, gets the steal off to Lopez on the break, who gets that 2-handed slam. He is up to 20-plus points here tonight. It's Stevenson on the break that was going to find Bogdanovic. I've already documented how well Bogdanovic performs in transition. He gets another dunk there. Lead is down to 4. It's Lillard, though, being covered by Stevenson. Down low to Kaman. No idea what Brook Lopez was doing there. I don't know if he's coming over to help or what that was, but horrible defense on his part. We're going to find Bogdanovic, though. Jumper is good, so the lead is back down to 4. Once again, about 4 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. It's McCollum who's going to find Lillard wide open on the break. Left-handed layup is good. Now 3 minutes left. The lead is 6, and about a minute 47 here. That shot's no good, but Lopez on the offensive boards, he crashed those all night long en route to something like a 30 and 15 game, I believe. And it's Larkin who's going to find T-Rob on the break. Lead is down to 2 all of a sudden. A nice transition flush there from Thomas Robinson. And then here, 2-point lead. Quick inbound to Kaman, draws the foul, so the lead's back up to 4 now as Portland trying to pull away in this one. It's Larkin in transition, though. That was actually off the inbound. He went quickly, and Lopez cut to the basket, got there for the 2-handed flush, but now the lead's back up to 4. It's Lillard driving in. Pull-up is good, and it's a 6-point lead once again. Now down to 5:40 seconds to play. Lance to the basket. Scoop layup is good off the glass. 1 possession game once again. Now need a stop here. Brooklyn does, and it's Lillard to the hoop, but he gets blocked by Thomas Robinson. Lopez on the board out to Lance. Lance is going to find Larkin, and it's a 1-point game with 15.1 seconds to play, so we would foul. They'd hit both free throws. We're going to try another quick 2 here. I don't really have a good 3-point team, and it really affected my decision-making here late in the game, but we're down 3. Normally, I would go for a 3 there. I wouldn't try to do the, you know, the quick 2-for-1, and or not the 2-for-1, but, you know, the quick 2, and then foul, hope they miss one, and then try to get another 2. But really, I mean, I don't have a lot of, you know, Lance can't really hit 3s, and, you know, Bogdanovic and Larkin are okay, but they're not, you know, it's not like I don't have any Kyle Korvers on my team, you know, so I didn't really feel good about making a 3 there. And we end up, you can see I only attempted 3 3-pointers all game. I won 1 for 3, so sort of really just restricted by my roster at this point more so than anything else. I'd like to shoot more threes, but there, Lopez finishing with 30 and 17. He was a beast this game. 30 points and 17 shots. Very, very efficient. Lillard had 34 and 12, though he was the star of the night and the player of the game. But you guys will get to hear more about that in the 2K postgame show. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoy, and I'm out. Peace.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Damian Lillard. He's the NBA's second leading scorer, but tonight he was #1 on the court all game long. Several highlights we'll enjoy seeing again.
He set his teammates up with the tune of 12 assists. He's got such great court vision, and tonight he was seeing the whole court very clearly.
What I like most about Lillard is that you never see him play out of control. He's got a poise that not very many guys have, point guard or otherwise. And there's no question about his scoring ability. Just look at what he did tonight.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.